What is up, all my dorks, nerds, geeks, and gamers? It's your host, Ghost here, and you're watching a brand new episode of Dorks Den Movie Minute. Today we're going to be discussing and reviewing the 22 movie Scream, or Scream 5, or however you want to call this, Scream remake. It's a little bit confusing they called it Scream because it is very much a sequel to the original Scream movie, while still holding the elements of Scream 2, 3, and 4 in place, while still telling a completely unique story on its own as well. So yeah, this movie we get two sisters, one younger, one older, played by Jenna Ortega, and I do not know the other sister's name, but they are the children of Billy Loomis. The older one knows, or well, one of them is the child of Billy Loomis. Jenna Ortega's character is not. They have different dads. But so one leaves the household at a young age. I'm trying not to spoil a whole bunch of stuff, guys, but I mean, this is kind of essential character stuff that happens in the movie. So she basically leaves the house at a young age, and then when Ghostface comes into town and attacks Jenna Ortega's character, the younger sister, that leads this big mystery of who's attacking who, why are they attacking, why is this killer now here, and where are the old cast members and all this, and how do they play into this. So without giving us spoilers, I already gave away a little bit of a spoiler with the Billy Loomis thing. He does play a major role in this movie with guiding our main character actions and kind of how she makes her choices in these situations. So it's actually very, very refreshing to see, because it's not your typical final girl where she's falling down and scared and running and crying and all this. No, this girl's tough. If she's got a knife on her, you should be worried, and not the killer, not the other way around, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it works really well, something different, unique, while still telling a Scream movie, while still following the rules of the Scream franchise. While still making them fresh and different, because this is not a remake, this is a sequel remake mix sort of thing going on. So eventually we get the old cast members coming back. We get old Dewey Cox coming into the movie. We get Courtney Cox's character, Gale Weathers, coming back in, and then we also get oh, what's her name? Main character. Oh, I'm gonna forget it right here in the video. But yeah, the main character from Scream's in here, the female. It'll hit me whenever I start thinking of names.
There's certain rules to surviving.
But yeah, she has a kid now. She's older, and then Gale Weathers and Dewey kind of have separated, so they're no longer in each other's lives. Dewey gets brought into this because the older sister goes to him and asks for his help, and he says he will do what he can to defend her. I don't want to say anything about Dewey's spot in this movie, but if you guys are a Dewey fan, I highly recommend you watch this movie, because this is like one of the better moments that he has in the series, without giving away any spoilers. But eventually the mystery unravels, and the kills. The kills here are fantastic. They are very gory, and not like a Saw or Hostel kind of way, but they feel real. When we see a knife go through and someone tries to stop that knife with their hand, you see the knife go through the back of the hand. When someone gets cut in the stomach, you see the indent of the stomach go in, and then you can actually see the blood and the blade come out of the stomach and stuff like that. So it's a very realistic take on these violent actions. And we've seen Scream do horror, like stabbings and stuff like that, but we've never seen it be this brutal that we see in this movie. So yeah, the most brutal Scream movie I've ever seen, the returning cast coming in with the new cast as well, and that's the other thing, the new cast worked just as well as the old cast. And actually I think they play off each other a little bit better than the old cast does a little bit, because sometimes the old cast feels a little bit slightly shoehorned in there into the movie, and in places they shouldn't be. Another thing is the whole finale in Stu's house, the big finale being there. I gotta say, it's a cool location, but it makes no sense story-wise why they go to that house, because the two sisters decide to leave town, and they end up randomly showing up at Stu's house, which I would assume would be in town, because that's where the original Scream take place and everything else, so it was a little bit confusing on that part, on my end at least, as a viewer. But yeah, other than that one hiccup, I think it's a very strong horror movie. I think it works really well as a remake and a sequel to the other Scream movies. And I think it will hold up on its own through time as well. And I cannot wait to see what other sequel we get from this remake sequel as well. So let me know down below what you guys thought of Scream. I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. It's a very good movie. Not really perfect movie, but it is a good horror movie. And it doesn't follow too many of the tropes that make horror movies feel old or stale nowadays. But let me know what you guys thought of Scream 2020, starring Prescott. That's her name, Sidney Prescott. See, I told you guys it was going to hit me. But Sidney Prescott's back in here. She does a great job. seems like she doesn't even miss a beat in this movie. She just, she's on it and she's back into the role, and it just continues on. Same thing with Dewey and Gale Weathers. They're just back in the role, and it feels just like they went back home and just keep this thing going. So I definitely enjoyed it. 8 out of 10. Let me know down below what you guys thought of Scream 2022. Did you guys enjoy it as much as I did? And is there other nitpicks and stuff that I should have mentioned that I didn't? Down below, let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, or share. And as always, guys, keep it right here on Dorks Den. Adios.